Venus in Aries in the second house suggests a bold and passionate approach to love, values, and personal resources. This placement brings an enthusiastic personality, eager to pursue desires and enjoy life's pleasures. There's a strong drive to take initiative in relationships, often making the first move. Loyalty is key, but impatience and impulsiveness can sometimes cause tension. In the second house, Venus highlights a love for material comfort and security, but with Aries energy, there may be a tendency to spend impulsively or chase instant gratification. This placement values independence and is motivated to earn and achieve financial success through action-oriented efforts. Relationships are exciting but can be intense. Passion and energy draw others in, but challenges arise from a quick temper or a need for control. Personal freedom is vital, and there's a strong preference for partners who match the same zest for life and adventure. Strengths include confidence, charisma, and a pioneering spirit that inspires others. This placement can attract opportunities through charm and dynamic energy. Challenges may involve managing impatience, avoiding reckless decisions, and learning to balance personal desires with the needs of others. Career influences lean toward roles that require leadership, creativity, or self-driven projects. Entrepreneurial ventures may appeal, as independence is highly valued. Artistic talent might emerge, especially in bold and innovative styles. The personal growth lesson lies in channeling the fiery passion of Aries into constructive, long-term pursuits. Patience, balance, and awareness of others' needs bring harmony to relationships and stability to financial goals. A person with Venus in Taurus in the second house likely values material comfort and security. They are likely to possess a strong sense of aesthetics and may have a natural inclination towards building, preserving, and accruing wealth. This individual may have a pragmatic, loyal, and patient personality with a great appreciation for sensual pleasures, art, beauty, and harmony. They often find happiness by expressing their nurturing nature and through ownership. In relationships, this placement suggests a love of steadfastness and reliability. They seek partners who are dependable, loyal, and able to provide them with the level of security and comfort they crave. However, this individual could be prone to possessiveness and jealousy, which could pose risks to relationships. When it comes to career influences, this placement leans towards industries such as finance, arts, music, real estate, or anything that allows the cultivation of beauty or the accumulation of possessions. The person seeks stability and continuity in their jobs and prefers positions that offer financial security. Strengths associated with this placement include determination, sensibility, loyalty, patience, and an aptitude for wealth creation. Challenges may include a tendency towards materialism, stubbornness, and issues with possessiveness. Personal growth for those with Venus in Taurus in the second house may involve learning to balance their love for material possessions with their relationships. Valuing people over property and learning to be less rigid in their perspectives are important life lessons that might be learned. They might also benefit from becoming comfortable with change and embracing flexibility, to allow for authentic personal growth and evolution. Venus in Gemini in the second house suggests a playful and curious approach to love, values, and material resources. There is a love for variety and mental stimulation, with a strong attraction to ideas, communication, and social interaction. This placement enjoys learning and often finds value in intellectual pursuits or creative self-expression. In relationships, there is a desire for engaging conversation and a partner who stimulates the mind. Affection is often expressed through words, humor, and shared experiences. While charming and adaptable, there may be a tendency to avoid deep emotional commitments due to a love for freedom and change. Challenges include restlessness or difficulty settling on long-term commitments in relationships. The second house focus brings versatility and creativity to managing finances and possessions. There may be an ability to earn through communication, teaching, writing, or other intellectual endeavors. A love for beautiful and unique objects might lead to collecting or spending on things that reflect personal style. However, managing financial stability can be a challenge due to a tendency to prioritize short-term pleasures. Strengths include adaptability, wit, and a talent for seeing multiple perspectives. There is an ability to thrive in social and professional settings that require networking, communication, or problem-solving. Challenges involve staying focused, resisting impulsive decisions, and maintaining consistency in relationships or financial goals. The lesson lies in balancing Gemini's need for variety with the second house's focus on stability. Finding ways to stay grounded while embracing curiosity leads to lasting growth. Building meaningful connections and practicing financial discipline help align mental agility. With Venus in Cancer in the second house, the person's core personality tends to show deep emotional sensitivity and a strong desire for security. They may be notably protective of their loved ones and possessions. In relationships, they are romantic, nurturing and devoted, often seeking deep emotional attachments. They value a homey and comfortable environment and want to provide this for their partners. However, their emotional nature can lead to being excessively protective or clingy, which can sometimes turn into a challenging aspect in relationships. In terms of career, this placement might suggest a knack for professions related to finance, real estate, or domestic jobs due to their comfort and value connected to home and money. They may also have a creative side, possibly leading them towards artistic careers. A unique strength of this placement is their nurturing energy, which they apply in all houses of life. They value stability and have a high ability to save and multiply their resources. However, their dependence on financial security can be a challenge, making them worry excessively about finances. Personal growth involves learning that emotional security comes from within, and while financial stability is important, it should not be the only measure of comfort and happiness. They need to understand that financial status doesn't define self-worth. With time, they should learn to balance their emotional needs with practical realities. The most significant lesson for this person revolves around finding inner peace and stability, without relying excessively on material possessions or emotional dependence. Having Venus in Leo in the second house suggests a personality that is confident, dramatic, and generous. They are likely to thrive in the spotlight and can be passionate when expressing themselves creatively. In relationships, they're loyal and seek dedication from their partners too. On the downside, they could display traits of arrogance or a need for constant admiration. When it comes to finances and career, this placement indicates an inclination towards job fields that present them in a glamorous light. Their love for finery and prestige might also drive them to pursue lucrative professions. Consequently, they may struggle with maintaining a balance between their desire for luxury and their financial stability. Their strengths lie in their creativity, boldness, and leadership qualities. An inherent love for all things fancy coupled with a generous spirit makes them popular. However, this can be a double-edged sword as they may have a tendency to overspend on their luxurious tastes. Dealing with this by learning to manage finances better could lead to personal growth. Nevertheless, challenges persist in their need for constant validation and fear of being overlooked. Learning to acknowledge their worth without needing external validation is an important growth lesson. In conclusion, Venus in Leo in the second house creates personalities who love the finer things in life, crave attention and admiration, and are fiercely loyal and generous. While these traits make them attractive, their need for affirmation and propensity for overspending can cause complications. Balancing their love for luxury with financial sensibility and seeking internal validation can help overcome these. Venus in Virgo in the second house signifies an individual who values practicality and efficiency. These individuals are particularly fond of order and structure in their lives and often pursue hobbies or professions that make use of their inherent analytical skills. In relationships, they often seek partners who share their values of reliability and honesty. These individuals aren't impulsive in love, they prefer taking things slow and steady, ensuring compatibility before committing. Their down-to-earth nature means they prefer simple yet meaningful expressions of love over extravagant gestures. In the realm of work, these individuals are detail-oriented and methodical. Potential careers might involve data analysis, accounting, research, or other roles that require precision and a good eye for detail. Their determination to provide quality work can make them seem picky or perfectionist to some but proves beneficial for their career growth. One of the strengths of Venus in Virgo in the second house individuals is their diligence. They are usually hardworking and are capable of achieving material security and prosperity. However, their tendency to worry and overanalyze can be a drawback. They may struggle with indecision or stress if things are not going according to plan. Personal growth lessons for these individuals include learning to trust their instincts and relax a bit. They must realize that it's okay if not everything is perfect and under control all the time. They will also need to understand that expressing emotions and affections doesn't always have to be tidy and structured. Sometimes, spontaneous and authentic expressions can be more heartfelt and appreciated. Venus in Libra in the second house indicates a personality that values harmony, beauty, and balance. This position suggests an individual who is diplomatic, considerate, and naturally skilled at relating to others. They're likely lovers of aesthetics, with a keen eye for style and design. This might be linked to the need for peace and stability in their life, which is typical of a second house placement. In relationships, this person is likely to seek fairness and equanimity. They strive for partnerships where give and take is balanced, although they may have a tendency to avoid conflict. They might be drawn to people who are charming, attractive, or artistic, and their relationships often contribute significantly to their sense of security. This Venus placement suggests potential career influences in areas connected with aesthetics or finance. They may excel in fields like interior design, art curation, or even fashion. They might also do well in financial careers, as the second house is associated with wealth and possessions. Strengths for a Venus in Libra in the second house individual include diplomacy, aesthetic appreciation, and the ability to build harmonious relationships. Challenges may include a tendency toward indecisiveness, avoidance of confrontation, and over-reliance on material possessions for self-worth. As for personal growth lessons, learning to confront issues head-on rather than avoiding them could be beneficial. They might also need to understand that beauty comes in many forms and that monetary or material wealth isn't the only or most important kind of security. Independence and confidence in personal judgment are other potential areas for growth. Venus in Scorpio in the second house indicates a person with intense, passion-filled relationships. The placement highlights both the person's desires and challenges. They tend to be secretive, mysterious, and incredibly loyal. Their feelings run deep, which helps them form strong intimate bonds. They express love in a deeply emotional and often possessive manner. Challenges include jealousy and difficulty trusting others. Overcoming these issues can strengthen their relationships and personal growth. The individual should learn to harness their powerful emotions in positive ways, and not let suspicion or envy cloud their judgment. The second house represents finances, values, and self-esteem. Accordingly, a person with this placement may have a strong desire for financial security and might seek wealth to validate their self-worth. They may excel in professions related to finance, resulting in good earning potential. In career matters, they can demonstrate high levels of dedication and control, making them reliable in the workplace. However, they should also avoid becoming overly focused on wealth and material possessions, as this can lead to an imbalance in their life. The primary strengths of Venus in Scorpio in the second house include depth of feeling, dedication, and resolve. Their challenges can be compulsive behaviors, jealousy, and an excessive need for material security. Personal growth can be achieved by channeling their intense emotions towards positive ends, learning to trust more, and avoiding a materialistic approach to life. Through this, they can achieve a balanced emotional state and true self-growth. Individuals with Venus in Sagittarius in the second house are typically optimistic and value freedom. They desire learning and adventure and often pursue relationships that offer growth and new experiences. They can be quite generous, but also value their independence and may struggle with consistency. In relationships, these individuals are attracted to partners who stimulate their minds and share their zest for life. They are unlikely to feel satisfied in relationships that limit their freedom, independence, or opportunities to learn. They can sometimes come across as detached, even while in committed relationships, and they may struggle to maintain a stable, long-term relationship if it doesn't feed their curiosity or sense of adventure. Career-wise, these individuals may thrive in work environments that allow for travel, cultural exploration, or constant learning. Often, they place a high importance on having a job they love, rather than focusing solely on the financial gain. Jobs in the fields of academia, travel, or philosophy may particularly appeal to them. Strengths of this placement include optimism, generosity, and a love for learning. Challenges involve a struggle with consistency and the need for constant excitement. They can tend to be too impulsive and lack routine, which could lead to instability in their personal and professional lives. For personal growth, they need to learn the value of stability without feeling trapped or stagnant. Embracing the idea of consistency as another form of freedom rather than a restriction can be their significant lesson in life. Adapting to a more grounded lifestyle, without sacrificing their love for growth and adventure, could be a key to their overall personal development. Someone with Venus in Capricorn in the second house is practical, realistic, and values stability in relationships and personal wealth. They seek partners who provide security and have a serious and goal-oriented approach to relationships, often planning long-term. Career-wise, they're drawn to roles of authority and responsibility, placing significant value on steady income and wealth accumulation. Their strengths include their reliability and hard work. They're known to be loyal and committed in partnerships. With careers, they're disciplined and persistent, often succeeding through a slow and steady approach. They enjoy the finer things in life, but are willing to work hard for them. Their challenges are their tendency for materialism and a fear of poverty, which can become an obsession. They may also appear cold or distant in relationships due to their practical nature. These individuals can struggle with showing vulnerability, often opting to keep their emotions in check. Growth's lessons include learning to balance drive for success with personal relationships. They need to adopt a more flexible approach to their life and love, remembering that not everything of value can be measured in material ways. Understanding that relationships need more than security and reliability, and embracing spontaneity and romance will be beneficial. Letting go of rigid views on income and wealth, and embracing the idea that financial situations can fluctuate, will lead to personal growth. Their journey is about balancing their pragmatic approach with emotional openness, and money with other forms of wealth. Having Venus in Aquarius in the second house means you tend to be drawn toward unique, non-traditional relationships and may be inclined to view love and companionship from a more intellectual perspective. You desire freedom and individuality in relationships and won't conform to societal norms easily. The Aquarius influence often means you approach matters of love and beauty creatively and unconventionally. Independent thinking, uniqueness, and social justice will usually be important to you. However, you might struggle with showing emotions and tend to intellectualize feelings, which can sometimes make you come across as aloof or detached in relationships. The second house placement signifies personal possessions, values, and self-worth. Your career might likely involve unconventional areas or those related to social causes, and you value financial stability and independence. In the monetary aspect, you could have sudden gains and losses due to Aquarius being ruled by the erratic Uranus. Strengths include originality, independence, and a strong sense of social justice. You might be drawn to humanitarian causes and can effectively drive social change. Challenges you might encounter could be emotional detachment and unpredictability, especially in relationships and financial matters. Experiences from these situations can guide personal growth. Learn to balance your need for independence with the benefits of emotional intimacy. Managing finances prudently, even amidst unexpected changes, will also be a key lesson. You are most fulfilled when you can maintain your individuality, yet create meaningful relationships and make a difference in society. Someone with Venus in Pisces in the second house may be highly sensitive, emotionally deep, and intuitively creative. They often have a unique charm, artistic flair, and a great sense of aesthetic beauty. They can also be prone to idealize, fantasize, or romanticize their world, particularly their relationships and financial situations, due to the dreamy Piscean influence. In terms of relationships, these individuals tend to love unconditionally, showing great empathy towards their partners. However, their sensitivity may sometimes lead to emotional vulnerability. They may also expect loved ones to meet the ideal standards set by their fantasies, which might cause disappointment. Career-wise, this placement might influence one towards professions that allow freedom of creative and emotional expression, such as the arts or healing professions. Their natural intuition can make them excellent in areas requiring insight into human behavior and motivation. One major strength of this placement is their innate ability to find beauty and value in the intangible. Their compassionate and forgiving nature is another plus. However, their tendency to escape harsh realities can lead to troubles, especially when decisions involving money or values are concerned. A vital personal growth lesson for people with the Venus in Pisces in the second house is learning to distinguish their ideals from reality. To emotionally protect themselves, they must learn not to over-idealize or overlook a person or situation's flaws. For a robust financial life, understanding the practical aspects of money management without getting swayed by unrealistic expectations or sentiments is key.